Hello everyone, welcome back to Flourish Field. So in the last video we created an introduction for Diamond in the Sky game, and this is how it looks like. Something like this, and then we click on start, this appears. So now in this video we are going to be looking at how to control our cat sprite. Alright, so that is what we're going to be doing in this video. How to control the cat sprite to move up, down, left, right, and also to move to the top and then pop out at the bottom, and move to the left and pop out at the right. So now let's see how we're going to do that. Good. So click inside, see inside to take you to our code area, and what we want to do is, so when I receive start game, I want to start this game immediately. So I'm going to go to events and say when I receive start game. So when I receive start game, the first thing I want to do is to reduce the size of our cat sprite. So to do that, go to looks, and you're going to select set size to 50%. All right, now let's check that out. Alright, so the size is 50% already. Alright, now let's check. Let's set our size to 30. I just want it to be a bit smaller. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually controlling the button size. I'm going to take that away. Sorry about that, my bad. And let's click on that to go back to the normal size. Alright, so let's go back to our sprite. You need to first click on the sprite before you start controlling. Alright, so what we want to do is, when I receive start game, I want to reduce the size of the cat to 50%. So now let's do that in this video by checking set size, put it at the top to 50. That'll be half. Now let's check that out. So when I click on start, it's smaller now. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so now the next thing is to move up, down, left, right. So it's easy to do that. We're going to continue that on that same event, which is what, when I receive start game. So when I receive start game, I want it to move up, down, left, right. When I press the up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key, and right arrow key. And to do that, you're just going to go to control and then you put a forever loop. So we want it to keep happening forever. As long as we press the forward up arrow key, I want it to move up. So now, after putting forever loop, you go to the if statement and say if. Now, if, and then you go to sensing and say if key pressed. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So we want it to be if up key pressed. So now you're going to create this duplicate 4 different times, because we want to do it up, down, left, right. So then you can change it to, sorry about that, you can change it to up, down, left, and right. Oh, sorry, right and left. Alright, now after you've done that, the next thing you want to do is, okay, when up arrow key is pressed, I want it to go up. And then don't forget what I told you about coordinates. We have the X coordinate and then we have the Y coordinate. As you can see what I'm doing, X coordinate, Y coordinate. So X position means what? We are dealing with the left and right position. Y position means what? We're dealing with what? Up and down. So how do you know a value is moving to the left? As long as you are moving towards the negative part of the X, you're going to the left. What I'm saying is, as long as the X value is negative, you're going to the left. And as long as the Y value is positive, you're going to, sorry, as long as the X value is positive, you're going to the right. Alright, so now the same thing goes for Y. As long as the Y value is positive, you're going up. and as long as the y value is negative, you're going down. So to do that, you're going to say, to go up, you're going to say what? Change x. No, sorry, change y. Why am I saying x? Now you change y position by what? So you're going to go to motion, and you're going to say change y by 5. We don't want it to move too fast. You see that? And then for it to move down, you're going to change that same y, but now it has to be a negative value by -5. You see that? Good. Now can you try that? Can you pause this video and try for y? What are you changing the right arrow for? Are you changing the y or you're changing the x? Alright, welcome back. So if you say you're changing the x, you're correct. So you're supposed to change the x value by a positive number. So for right now, it's going to be change x by a positive number. And then for left, it's going to be change x by a negative value. So what that means is, as long as you're moving, or as long as you're reducing the position of the x, you're going left. And as long as you're increasing the position of the x, you're going right. The same thing goes for the up and down. As long as you're increasing the y position, it's going up. And as long as you're reducing the value, you're going down. So this should actually work for our cat sprite. Now let's check that out. So when I click on flag and I click on start, it starts like this: up, down, left, right. Now it's moving perfectly well. No, it's moving, but it's not perfect. So now the reason is because we do not actually change, we do not actually point in direction, and that's exactly what we want to do now. So you have to tell it to point in direction up, point in direction down, point in direction left, point in direction right. So to do that, you're going to go to point in direction for up. That's the first thing you want to do. You have to point in the up direction. So you drag it right there. That's 0 degrees, and then you do the same thing for down. So down, you just put the arrow down like this, and then you do for left, for right, sorry, point in right direction. Yeah, that's also already in right, and then point in left. So this should solve the issue. Now let's check it out again. So when I click on flag and I click on start, so when I press up now, it goes up, down, it goes down, left and right. So now this is perfect. Our cat is moving now. It's moving. But when I get to the edge, I want it to pop out right here. How am I going to do that? So this is the last thing we're doing in this video, and then we'll come back to, we'll continue in the next video. So to make your sprite pop out of this place, you need to create another event. It's going to be the same event, but I don't want to choke my code right there. So now to do that, I'm going to go back to event and say events. Let's see when start game suite. Now you may be asking the question that, why am I putting a different event? The same event but different situations, different circumstance. Now the reason why I'm doing that is to reduce how complex my code will look like, and is to also encourage parallelism. Yeah, so parallelism is executing the same event at the same time. Please, you can pause the video and read the text after now. Alright, so welcome back. That is what parallelism is all about. So parallelism is about using the same event at different circumstances, and that's what we're having right here. So I'm going to be using start game. So these events will be executing at the same time, but doing different things. Alright, so we want our sprite to move to the right, and when it gets to the edge, we want it to pop out right there. So to do that, I'm going to check. So we're going to go to forever loops, and then we're going to check if X position. We're going to check if X position is greater than. Now you need to know the last position right here. So as you can see, this is where my cat's sprite is. So you need to check the position of X right here. So as you can see, the X position is 218. So that means you can get to 20. So as long as the X position is greater than 230, I want it to pop out from this place. So you're going to say that like this, go to motion, and then you see as long as X position is greater than 230. Yeah, so because that's the position of the sprite when it touches the edge, is it, as you can see. So we want it to be that, okay, yeah, when it gets to this point, let it come out. You can actually make it 235, it depends on you. I want it to be easy. Alright, so as long as it is greater, pop out right there. So to do that, you're going to use the go to block. See, go to. Now you are going to maintain the Y position. So to maintain the Y position, you're going to say what? Go to Y position, but change the X position. Now you're going to change the X position to what? Now you bring it back here, take your sprite, and then let's check the position right here. So the X position now it's minus 230. So you're going to say minus 230. So go to minus 230, but I want you to maintain minus 230, but I want you to maintain the Y position. Alright, now let's check that out if that is working. So when I click on start and I move, you see, popping out right there. That is exactly what we want. Now, the reason why we're maintaining the Y position is we want it to have this kind of feeling that there's no change in position, but it's like there's an open door right there that links to the next edge. You understand? So that is it. So this is the code for the X. Now, can we try that for the Y? Can you pause this video and try to do for Y? What if I move to the top? I want it to pop out at the bottom. Can you pause this video and try that? And I'll show you how to do it in the next video, in the next section of this video. Alright, welcome back. So to do the same thing for Y, you just right click and then you see if. Now you're going to check if Y position is, as you can see right here. Okay, let me check that first. So that if Y position is, see that, if it is greater than 180, so if Y position is greater than 180, I want it to pop down. I want it to come back to the same X position but change the Y position. So to do that, you see maintain the X position but change the Y position to, now let's get the Y position for the bottom. Yeah, minus 80. So that's it. So it'll be minus 180. Now that should actually do the same thing. Now let's check that out one more time. So let me make it big this time around. So I click on flag and I click on start. Now let's do, I move to the left. Now nothing is happening to the left. I'll explain to you why. But when I move to the right, it goes out. When I move to the top, it comes back from the bottom. But we have not created a condition for what if my sprite gets to the edge of the left. I want it to pop out from the right. And what if my sprite gets to the bottom? I want it to pop out from the top. So let's quickly do that and then we're going to end this video. So now for the left, you right click, you duplicate this, I put it right there, and I always like arranging my stuff. So let me put it at the top so that the X position will be at the same thing. So now this time around we're going to be checking if X position is less than, because we're checking to the left. So now if X position is less than, so let's check that out. What's the extreme position for the left? That will be minus 235, the same thing. So if X position is less than minus 235. Now, if it is less than, I want it to pop out, maintain the same position for Y, but let it pop out in the positive Y, in the positive X. Now let's check that out. So when I click on start now, when our X is less than minus, you see that? It pops out at the right. So now let's do the same thing for the down. So you just make it okay, you change the operators to what? If the Y position is less than negative 180, then maintain the X and then pop out at positive 180. That's all. So with this, I've been able to control my sprite to move up, down, left, right, and then to pop out of the opposite direction. Now let's check that out. So when I click on start now, I can move left, right, up, down, and I also can move to the left and pop out at the right, and I can move at the right, pop out at the left. I can go up and pop out from down, and I can pop down, pop out from the top. Now this is amazing. We've been able to control our cat sprite. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to make our lovely crystal pop out in different position, and that will be lovely. I can't wait to show you how to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment in the comment section below, and most importantly, tell your friends about Flourish Field Academy. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed and keep flourishing. Bye.